Mature content warning. This computer software contains content that may be unsuitable for some players, including depictions of violence, sexual conduct, abuse, rape, mental illness, murder, discriminatory language, and suicide. This work does not in any way endorse or affirm criminal acts or violations of human rights. By continuing beyond this point, the user agrees he or she or they acknowledges the above, does not find such content described above offensive nor obscene, and is requesting this content as in good mental health.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel! My name is Caravan. If you're new here, I usually a streamer on Twitch. But today, as usual, we are back for every week of the series Hashihime of the Old Book Town. It's our 4th episode and I'm very excited to announce to you that I am currently in the cat doll version 2.0. Hello! As you can see, not much really changed from my 2.0 model, just the head, but it's still exciting! I made this yesterday, so it's a bit shit in many ways, but it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, we're back. We're back, okay? So on the last one, if you want to know, I think we're back at Umibachido, where we were just going back to the shop, I guess, and then there was a guy waiting for us, and we shall see who he is right now. When the sun had completely set and I got back to Umibachido, a man was there twirling his umbrella. He seemed bored. He stopped, startled, when he saw me making my way back. Konbanwa. Oh, it's this guy. Kinda disappointed. I mean, eye patch guy, we don't know him too much yet, we can't judge him, but he ain't my favorite, let's just say that.
こんばんは。
Konbanwa.
お店、今日はお休みなんですか？
今開けます。
I said as I put my hands on the doors.
鍵とかないんですね。
Wow, Tamamori. He ain't really trustworthy, and thankfully you're not a thief, eye patch guy. Thankfully.
何か？
Nanika?
いえ、なんでもありません。
Yeah! He sounds kind of cracked there, isn't he? He was kind of a gloomy guy. I wouldn't say he's gloomy. I would say he is more timid and shy boy. I told him to come in, but he just fidgeted, showing no signs of entering.
今日は本を買いに来たんじゃないです。
Oh my god, did you come to see me, sir?
え？
Eh? I love you ever since you gave me that book for free.
金魚上路返してほしいなら返します。
いえいえ。
Yeah. Must have been something that was pretty important to him. It's not like I wouldn't return it if he told me to. But he waved his hand and shook his head as if telling me not to worry about it.
もらってください。それは君への贈り物みたいなものですから。
Say something like a gift to me? Thanks, I guess.
はあ？お名前は？
Ooh, flirting already, Tamamori? That's fast.
僕、氷川と申します。
Hikawa とします。Hikawa-san. 大丈夫？
すみません。失礼ですが、あなたと以前会いましたっけ？
What do you mean? You know that he's your loyal customer that always comes, the only guy that comes.
いかんせん、興味のないことはすぐ忘れてしまうもので。
いえ、僕が君に出会ったのは1ヶ月前が初めてです。
Ooh, we're gonna get the freaking backstory of Hikawa's first visit. Yes. That was when I began working at Umebachido, so of course, the name Hikawa wouldn't sound familiar to me. I knew it, he was the weird one.
とある本を探していて、この梅鉢堂なら題名だけで本を探せると噂に聞き、やってきたのが始まりでした。
長くなりそうですか？
Yeah. Minamori, you like stories? Listen to him.
ごめんなさい。
Honestly, the timidness and shyness actually kind of growing to me because he kind of reminds me of Ray.
여보세요?
Messenger. I love that man so much. If you never play Missing Messenger, totally play it and totally immediately buy Saran's route because It's worth it. It's worth it. Let me tell you, it's worth it. He eventually closed his umbrella and come inside.
実は僕、君の原稿を読んだのは昨日が初めてじゃないんです。
Oh my god. Is this the love story that we've been looking for? Oh my god, finally. The music doesn't seem like it though.
初めてこの店に来た時も、君は床に突っ伏して原稿を書いていました。
Oh my
それを勝
god.
手に読んでしまったんです。
Sorry, just caught him there, but oh my god, this guy.
鳩人間と物乞いのお話とか、キャラメルと三角定規が格闘するお話とか、面白くて。
A story about a piece of caramel and a triangular ruler wrestling. What? Oh, Damawari, you look great. Didn't feel so bad to hear all that. I grinned as I took a step closer to him.
さっき伺ったお名前、何でしたっけ？
Hikawa,
氷川喜十郎と申します。博士と呼んでください。
please call me Professor. I mean, he could be a teacher, but you're like, oh, call me Hikawa, you don't need to be formal. But no, call me Professor. I love that.
博士？
Same, Damamori. I wasn't even going to ask what his field of study was. Maybe Professor was something like a nickname? Audio is a bit too loud. Okay, wait, let me lower it a bit. If it wasn't a nickname, I had one too.
私は玉も。
玉森くんですよね。
Damamori-kun, this yone. Oh my god, stalker vibes. I love it. You know what? He's starting to be number one. Sorry, Minakami, but I quickly moved on.
え？
ね？
原稿の著名にそう書いてありましたから。嬉しいな。こうして君の名前を口にできるなんて。
Oh my god, Minky! Minky, I like this guy. I like this guy. You know what? He's growing on me. He's growing on me. I like him. Formerly a weirdo, currently a nutcase. I would say stalker, but you do you, honey.
それで探していた本は見つかったんですか？
いえ。でももういいんです。僕は今、君の原稿に夢中なので。
Are you obsessed with my manuscripts or me, sir? Because both are available.
私の原稿に。
The man, or rather professor, was slowly coming closer. Oh! You are suddenly bold. Hello, sir. Hakase-kun.
今日店番が終わったら、僕の家に来てくれませんか？
Sir, on our first meeting. Well, not really first meeting, but first introduction? And you asked me to come to your house? How bold. I am into it.
え？
君とじっくり。それはじっくりとお話ししたくて。今日はお誘いに参ったのです。
Okay, that sounds so suspicious in so many ways. I would like to have a nice, long chat with you. So I came to invite you over. Sure, not suspicious at all, sir. Not suspicious at all, but I'm into it. I'm into it.
申し訳ありませんが、私は浪人生の身。怠惰に過ごしている時間はないのです。
At times like this, you use the roninse word, huh?
そういうことですので。
You know what? Hikawa's number one now. He's timid but bold, and also the professor. Oh! Yes.
いつなら時間をいただけますか？
Persistent too. Oh, sir. Sir. In real life, I'd hate you, but like, in freaking stories and shit, you are my type of man. Yes.
1年はかかるでしょう。
In about a year.
残念です。実はもう君をもてなす茶菓子や料理も用意してしまっていて。
How many of you guys are going to bet that the Mamoru is gonna say, okay, let's go?
茶菓子と料理
はい。
Hi. Wait, Mamoru, you remember that we have a date with Minakami at the theater? Mr. Hyde and Jekyll? Don't forget that, babe.
1年と言いましたが、ちょうど明日の夜が空いています。
Oh, good, good.
本当ですか？
Honto desu ka? I do like his voice actor though. Not my type of voice actor. Kawase is more my type of voice actor, but he's also quite nice.
はい、今日の夜でもよかったのですが、東洋キネマの方に野暮用がありまして。
Suddenly his face softened. Look at that. Again, I love the artist who did this freaking arts. But yeah.
活動写真に？お忙しいんじゃ。
How dare you? I have a date with Minakami? Sorry, boo, but you're late. You know, I'm a busy man.
活動写真は風俗研究の一環です。それを怠惰と捉えますか？
Don't worry, he's good with his words at least. We know that.
ごめんなさい、ごめんなさい。嫌わないでください。
Kirawana kudasai. Oh my god, he reminds me so much of Ray. I love him. I love him. Maybe because I'm biased with Ray, but I just love him now. As his face turned red, Professor withdrew like a turtle hiding from harassment.
それでは明日の夜、君を迎えに行きます。それでは。
Saredewa! He sounds so happy! Again, I told you, intonations of this freaking voice actors, chef kiss. And with a somewhat nervous look on his face, he skipped away. Even though I've been ruled by being lured by the tea snacks into accepting, the day itself was guaranteed to be a pain. It depended on how I happened to be feeling when the time came. I honestly couldn't have cared less whether he liked me or not. He obviously liked you. Hello, sir. It was 5 o'clock in the evening. I still had time before the movie. I would have liked an airplane though, I muttered by the register as I rocked the goldfish watering can Professor had given me. What does that mean? The airplane thing? Like the watering can? You want an airplane? I don't know. I had a feeling, but no customers came after that. The shopkeeper hadn't returned either. It was time to close up shop, so I shut the doors and started walking towards Toyo Kinema. I'm gonna say Toyo Kinema because that's how they say it, and I find it really cute, so I'm gonna say it like that from now on. I remembered. Oh! The scary music kicks in. When I began to stroll down Hakusan Street, I heard angry shouting coming from somewhere.
もう一度言ってみろ。聞こえねえのか？この税金泥棒が。
I looked across the street and saw a soldier and a drunk arguing. After the Navy had been reduced and disarmed enforcement. What? After the Navy had been reduced and disarmament enforced, okay, the harsh criticism soldiers received had gotten worse, despite their pampered status not so long ago. The military was getting hit hard. Now the world was a rough place for soldiers. Maybe someone like me who was hooked on tea and sweets had it good. There was a crowd forming outside of the Toyo Kinema, so the show must have been starting soon. Toyo Kinema was a movie theater that had just opened a year ago, and if that wasn't awesome enough, in order to attract customers, it would borrow films like today's movies from Nikatsu and rerun them. It felt kind of strange when I thought about how all the people here liked horror films. It wasn't as crowded as Asakusa Roku, but I like it more with its gloomy atmosphere. When the doors opened and the crowd began to move, I figured as I stood there, Minakami would show up eventually. I strained my eyes and I couldn't find that kappa head of his at all. Maybe he gotten lost in the crowd? For now, I look at the ticket and check my seat number. I wasn't a child, things came up, shit happened. I followed the back of the crowd and entered the Toyo Kinema. Oh, Minakami came up to our date? Minakami. Minus points. I walked by the people who were already seated and sat down in my own seat. The one next to me was completely empty, of course. 5, then 10 minutes went by, but he didn't seem to be coming. Eventually, all the seats except Minakami's been filled, and the entrance was blocked by the standing customers. Minakami, I'm not sure if your luck is really good or really bad. I crushed the damp half ticket in my hand and then stuffed it deep into my pocket. Now then, let the curtain rise. Tamamori's story. When it comes to the right eye, there's also left. A right hand and a left hand, a right brain and a left brain. The body is split into two halves. You only have one heart and one stomach, but there is more than enough proof that people can also have two personalities. Dr. Jekyll was a man wavering between good and evil. Though rigorous research to find the evil within him, he eventually awakens the scoundrel, Mr. Hyde. Split personalities. I had never doubted that I was me. It may have been because I knew I was a half-assed person and accepted my own darkness. The movie was over. People began to silently head home. A horrible man let out a long yawn. I watched the crowd leave as I glanced at the empty seat beside me. It was a seat right in the center. If Minakami had tried to come in after the film started, people would have complained, so he wouldn't have had any other choice than to stand and watch. Suddenly, someone came up behind me.
遅かったな。
Osokattana.
の
Oh. Didn't expect you. Who are you? New character? Okay, if he's a love interest, I'm not. I like Shota, but I'm not into dating small boys, okay? No. The person standing beside me was the caramel seller. Oh, he's a caramel seller. Okay, sorry.
本日の上映は終了しました。
Oh, his voice is cute though.
Huh?
When I finally looked around, I saw that the theater really was empty.
連れが戻ってこないのだ。
Aww, you waited. Aw, don't worry. For you, babe.
お連れさんってどんな方？
おかっぱ頭で目が細く、
Squinty eyes. I think his eyes are closer than squinty. But also this kid, he looks, rather than a caramel seller, he looks like a freaking chaebol kid or something. He looks like a rich nobleman.
ああ、その人知ってますよ。でも、今晩の上映は来ていないと思います。
Boo, Minakami stood us up. Boo, Minakami, boo.
ならなぜあいつを知っているのだ。
I was about to make a comment, but I decided not to.
今日の昼に来ていたからです。
Minakami, were you cheating on me? Oh my god. Insulted. I don't know what he's feeling insulted. Look at his face. He come to the matinee showing for blah blah blah. He would come to the matinee showing of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
何？
Nani?
お兄さん、その人のこと調べてるんすか？
Oni-san. Oh! Bratty Shota? I love it. But again, not a love interest.
調べてるというわけではないが、
Demo. What did this mean? We had definitely agreed to meet for the evening show. Perhaps seeing through my shortcomings, the caramel seller smiled cruelly.
これ以上聞きたいなら、それ相当のものくれないと。
I don't know why, but Shota has like the type of voice that just makes you want to like curl up and just die.
遅くまでご苦労。もう結構だ。
Gikuda. The look he had made told me he didn't care. I stood up from my seat and passed the frigid guy. Oh, it's thundering. Pretty. As usual, it was pouring outside. I stared at the rain for a while, the lightning flashing down. Ooh, this looks ominous. I returned to the lobby, but no matter how long I waited, it didn't look like Minakami was coming. Oh, Talomori. Who are you? You should have gone with the eye patch guy. A fly tirelessly flew around an exposed light bulb. Found myself starting to fidget as I watched its shadow on the floor. I was annoyed. As you should. You've been stood up. It's a date. Annoyed. You don't know where that's from? That's from Mystic Messenger.
짜증난다고!
Happily suck his dick. I would proudly suck his dick.
Get some help.
He was making me wait alone in a place like this? Oh, how dare he? Me? Alone? On a dark, dingy place? Somebody sometimes acts like a really like a very, very spoiled girlfriend, and I love it.
あれ、お兄さんまだいたの？今日の上映は終わりですよ。
まだだの? Well, shut up, boy. I am waiting for my friend who stood me up.
分かっている。
わかっている。
約束の時間、間違えちゃったんじゃないですか？
じゃないですか? Love it.
断じてない。
順次でない。
どうだか。お兄さん抜けてそうだし。
You know what? You know what I realized? Shota has like a very clear voice. Just really cute. Love it.
私は客だぞ。なんだその口の聞き方は。
常識ある客なら閉店前に帰ってください。
Cutie! Love bratty brats. Bratty brats. Why was everyone treating me with such contempt? Directed my childish rage towards Minakami. Minakami's story. Why is it like freaking turned around like that? Like, do I have to spin my head to read? Okay, whatever. Minakami was a pretty mysterious guy. What made him mysterious? Was something not even I, as a writer, could even explain. How could I put it? He was way too nice. We knew that. He was always smiling, no matter what kind of foolish thing Kawase or I did. It may have shocked him, but it never made him hate us. You don't know that. You can be just pretending. When I told him, look, a bird is flying by, he took his eyes away from his book and said, so there is. Oh, I love Minakami though, it's so funny. He wants to read a book on the different species of birds, that's why I brought up the subject. But he didn't say anything else, it was only when I asked him about how birds fly that he began to gush. Quiet and reserved, Minakami was a walking encyclopedia. I had the feeling that he was like a deep lake that made no waves. That's the kind of guy Minakami was. It was mysterious even for him to make plans but then go see the same film at noon and disappear at night? Right, it was mysterious. Anyway, there was only one way to get rid of this uncomfortable feeling. We go see Kawase. If he did say Kawase, I'm gonna be mad. I crossed the Rido Bridge and headed towards the Koishikawa. There the nostalgic Oizumi residence was. Okay, he's meeting Minakami's house, okay. The madame of the house hated me. She would even give Minakami more food than me during meals. The snake-eye umbrella that old hag carried around really suited her. I obviously couldn't ask her directly if Minakami was home. If I circle around the back, this room would be... At that moment, the sliding door rattled open and Madame came out. I immediately hid behind a telephone pole. Of course. Like adorable. As we are.
Ara.
Ara. And the madam's a man? Excuse me? Wait. The old hag was just really sharp.
そこのオンボロ傘はタマさんじゃありませんか?
Dama-san-da.
ごきげんよう。
Gokindeyo. Oh! Damn, you have such a beautiful voice. Okay, whoever is her voice actor, his voice actor, is really good. I love it. But is he like a drag queen? Because I'm into that.
ごきげんよう。何用かしら?
何をしら?
今日は私急いでますの。すみません。何でもありません。
何でもなりません。
そう。私これからお留守にするけど、勝手に上がらないでちょうだいね。
Won't even dream about it, madam.
みなかみは、ああ。皆さんなら活動写真に行くとかで出かけましたわ。
Minakami, did you get hurt on your way?
え？怪奇映画の招待券を差し上げたのよ。出かけたのはいつ頃ですか?
The old woman grinned.
何も知らないということは、何も聞かされていないということ。
I like this madame. Honestly, one of my favorite characters too. The voice acting? Hello. I keep gushing about voice acting, but you know how I am with voices, okay? Don't judge me. Judge me.
私も詳しいことは知りませんけど、あなたよりは暇なことはしていないでしょうよ。
Thanks. I knew that already, but thanks. She stared at me as if evaluating my worth, then started to hurry past. Suddenly, she stopped right next to me and scoffed.
靴だけはおきれいね。
ありがとうございます。
I don't think it's something you should be thankful about, but you know, good manners, Tamamori, good manners.
褒めてるんじゃないの。せいぜいきれいに使いなさい。
Oh, madam, I would.
Leaving with her leaving her.
Why? I read today? Leaving me with her confusing insult, she disappeared into the fog. I felt the years of my life return with the sound of her footsteps vanished. But why wasn't Minakami home? I doubted he was still at the Imperial University's library. With nowhere to go, I stood there for a while. That was when a young man right by me.
直し君。
Naoshi-kun? Another small dude? Who is this? Also, you have kind of scary eyes.
ちょっと待ってくれ、話を。
He had already disappeared into his house, obviously. Oh! He's the madame's son! Nice. I helplessly pulled back my outstretched hand and put it in my sleeve. I let out a sigh for the 100th time. Naoshi Oizumi, Naoshi-kun, was madame's only son. He didn't go to school because he was sickly or something, but it wasn't like he was a shut-in. He hung around Jinbocho. He didn't seem to have a very good relationship with Madame, so they purposely went out of their way to avoid each other. Good. That alone was enough reason for Naoshi-kun and I to get along. I want to come in and visit you, Naoshi-kun. Would probably see through a scheme like that. I ended up circling around the back of the house and peeking through the gaps in the fence in front of Minakami's room like a freaking stalker. The lights weren't on, and it looked like he had come home, just like Madame said. I pulled my face away from the fence and shook off the droplets of water. Then lifted my chilled head towards the rainy sky once more. Had I made some kind of mistake? Maybe we weren't supposed to meet at Toyokinuma, but at Suido Bridge? We had met up at Suido Bridge both times when we went to Asakusa Junikai and when we went to Ginza. But when we went to Toyokinuma last month, we had met up at the theater. There was one last possibility. Oh my god, can't read. Maybe he hadn't really had plans to meet in the first place. No, Tamamori. No. Wait, what's Japanese like? Okay, it's just something it's serious. This is serious. You should be worried. I rode the streetcar in total confusion and returned to Imoepechito in a daze. Lightning spilled into my room before I could even turn on the light. That's when I saw the unbelievable scene before me. And here I thought it would be something actually surprising. My goldfish was floating. When I turned on the light, the unmistakable reality finally burned itself into my eyes. When I fell to my knees and got closer, the strong smell of death hit my nose. I was in total shock. Folded an error-laden manuscript page and placed it over the fishbowl. They say goldfish don't die. They ascend to the big fishbowl in the sky. It felt better to say it about a fish that had passed away on its own than one that had died on a cutting board. Well, that was the gist of it anyway. I wasn't sure what made this goldfish special, or even what sort of personality he had, but avoided using the word died. It wasn't out of affection, but because I knew death was something repulsive. Once it stopped raining, I give it a proper burial. I lay down in the futon and never bothered to put away and remembered Minakami. The guy had probably gone off somewhere. For some reason, I was surprised by how quickly I accepted that. It's a friend, you know, it's not like it's actually a date. I mean, I wish it was. The rain beat steadily against the window. When I happened to turn on my back and look up at the sky, I could see the shape of sun behind the clouds. Morning had come at some point. Turned off the light and left on all night, then lay on my stomach. Must have been feeling so lazy because of the wet weather. The most troubling affliction in this world wasn't stiff shoulders or sore stomach. It was listlessness like this. I agree. When it got really bad, the whole day went to waste. I couldn't manage to wake up this morning, so I was going to be late for work, and any plans I had for afterwards would be more trouble than they were worth. I hope you can understand, boss. Poor boss. Generally, poor boss. Poor my boss, the shopkeeper. Just when I figured I'd go back to bed, something hit the tatami with a clack. It was like someone had struck a wooden clapper from a kabuki show right beneath me. I couldn't sleep with all the noise, so I hurriedly ran downstairs. Kawase had come in on the first floor. He had a handkerchief pressed against his nose and his mouth, and was holding a broom on his other hand. Oh, of course. Apparently, he had been striking the ceiling with the handle. When he saw me, he politely handed me the broom.
朝から一体何なんだ。起こしたいなら2階に来ればいいだろ
I know, right?
そうしようかと思ったんだけど、ここは土足厳禁って思い出してね。
That's it? That's the whole reason? Okay.
う。ほうきで天井を叩くのも普通に厳禁だ。
君ってほんと他人に厳しいよね。
Kawase struck the match.
おい、タバコも厳禁だと言ってるだろ。
古本は箔がついてこそだって言ってなかった？
ヤニの汚れは箔とは言わん。
Kawase leaned against the bookshelf with a thud and let out a long, thin stream of smoke. There was plenty I wanted to say about the attitude of his, but I dragged myself to the register instead.
で、本当に何なんだ。ただ嫌がらせに来たわけではあるまい。
そうなんだけど、しかしここにある本を全部読むなんて、水上のやつ相当狂ってる。
He is. He's cute, and also, freaking, I miss Kawase's voice so much. I can play this game only like once a week, so this is like healing every time I came from work. Long weekends of work, weekdays of work. On the weekends, he heard beautiful voice actings from Kawase and the others.
昔からそういうやつだったろう。
そういえば昔から狂ってると思ってたよ。
I mean, not blaming you. While we were learning grammar particles, he had been reading Kyoka Izumi, the Poor People's Club. I've never once thought he was normal, though he didn't surprise me anymore. But Kawase was looking at the bookshelves with awfully fresh eyes.
俺は結局水上のことを何も理解できなかったな。
Don't tell me Kawase actually like Minakami. Yes, trauma, tribulations.
理解しようとしなかったの間違いだろ。
言えてるね。そういう君は理解できてた？
私は少なくともそのつもりでいた。例えば、奴は突拍子もない世界が好きなのだ。自分の知見と重ならない常識外れの物語を特に好む。類行とか旧作とかな。
それにしては同じ本を2度読まない。
Well, I guess depend on the book. I don't read books twice either. Oh, then again, I did. I did for a few books that I really like.
なあ。
本当に好きな物語だったらさ、擦り切れて穴が開くほど読み込むはずだよね。
Knowing is a prolific reader, yeah, I would say so. He muttered, his eyes somewhat vacant. Like missing Minakami something. Oh my god. He wasn't looking at the bookshelves from the start. It had been as if he was staring out at some scene in the distance.
擦り切れるってのはよっぽどじゃないか？
Wearing it... Oh, why am I reading it?
でも俺はそういう人間を知ってる。
Who?
へえ、本当に好きな小説ならば、鑑賞用と消耗用と保存用の3点は必須だが。
Oh, he meant me.
その人の場合、手元にあるのは消耗用の1点だけだった。
誰の話してるんだ？
And right now I'm getting confused
あ
myself.
あ、脱線したね。みなかみの話だった。
Yeah, well, I'm still curious. What are you talking about? Kawase blew out some smoke and then took in another puff. What happened to me saying that he can't smoke here? Do we just pass through that like it's nothing? Okay, whatever. I was wondering why he was speaking so calmly. The whole thing was making me feel uneasy.
それとも、あいつは一度読んだだけで何もかもを記憶できるから、本を読み返す必要はないのかな。
I would still like reread it personally. I would still reread it because I don't know. It feels like a different experience, you know.
おそらくそれだな。ちなみに私も本を読み返さないが、理由はそれだ。
Sure, Lamamori.
君とはちょっと違うだろう。奴は小学校の教科書から何まで全部記憶してる。君の場合は自分に都合のいいことだけだ。
Well, I mean, not gonna lie, I can see that for the Tamamori. I could remember interesting words and passages. I had most of Riku's works memorized, for example. I was confident I could get every word of it correct, from the first page down to his release date and publishing details. But it was strange if I didn't like it, if it was a tough read, or if I had even the slightest prejudice towards it. The paper itself looked completely blank to me. That happened to me during the Imperial University entrance exam, and that's why I had to frantically search for the questions on blank pages. Sure, blame the pages, Namawari, blame the pages. The result, as you know, was failure. But Minakami was different. Just like Kawase mentioned, the guy could remember everything, from his elementary school textbook to what he had had for breakfast for over a decade ago. He's a freaking turtle! As if he was reading them out of a diary. That was probably the main reason he never read the same book twice. Why was Kawase bringing that up now?
用がないなら帰ってくれ。お前だってそろそろ講義の時間だろ。
ここへ来るのに欠席の連絡を入れてるから、それに関して心配ないよ。
そんなに私といたいのか。
いや、どこから話せばいいのかわからなくて。
どこからって。早くから私を叩き起こした起因たる旗迷惑な本題にまだ入っていないのか？
That's true, can't forget about that.
早くからって言うけど、もうすぐ昼だよ。
I was directing my boiling anger towards him, but meanwhile, Kawase seemed to be avoiding my eyes. He finally lowered the brim of his cap, casting a shadow over his expression.
君は昨日の夜、どこで何してた？
Oh my god! Oh, you know what? I just remembered, this game is a horror game, right? This is kind of a horror game, like horror mystery or some shit. Don't tell me Minakami died, and Kawase's like looking into it. No. 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 Don't tell me that, please. Can you not?
東洋キネマだ。活動写真に行っていた。
一人で。
一人って。ってなぜそれを？
水上に一人で活動に行けって言われたの。
Well, it was supposed to be a date, but he didn't come.
奴は来なかったのだ。だから何なのだ。言いたいことがあるならはっきり言え。
Suddenly it becomes so tense. Oh, I'm also tense. Oh no.
水上が死んだんだ。
I was right! Bitch, what? 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 I'm trying to process this, but I genuinely... I knew it was coming. I even said it. Don't tell me Minakami died, and Kawase's like looking into it. Then it's here. The word is here. And Minakami was like my top two. I mean, I dropped him like just like 5 minutes ago to Hikawa, but Minakami, not my sweet boy. I keep forgetting this is a horror game. I'm genuinely feeling upset. Okay, you know what? Come on, let's move on. Let's move on.
心当たりはないかと思って聞きに来たんだけど。
I genuinely feel upset. I don't know why. I genuinely do feel upset. Oh god. Come on, don't worry. That's your reaction. Even my reaction is better than that. And I don't know Minakami for like years. For no particular reason, Kawase dropped his cigarette and snubbed it out with the toe of his shoe.
おい待て、ここは道路じゃないんだぞ。
Kawase just told you your friend died.
あ、ごめん。やばいな。動揺しているかもしれない。
やばいな。Sexy as hell. Oh, it doesn't make sense. Oh, she's so sexy. But no, I'm still shocked of Minakami's death. I shouldn't be shaken by Kawase's sexiness.
もう何回目だその動揺はってだからみなかみがどうしたって
Don't worry.
柳橋の下に引っかかってたんだって。
He was stuck under Yanagi Bridge. Stuck under What does that mean? What does stuck under Yanagi Bridge mean? Yanagi Bridge? The bridge in Asakusa? The one past Ochanomizu at the end of Kanda River? I had only heard the names, but in my confusion, the geography wasn't coming to
今
mind.
朝俺の家に電話がかかってきたんだ。だからほら。
だからほら、行くよ。Yes, let's go! We're gonna serve this. It's okay. I have thousands of Phoenix Wright experience. Okay? I've handled several cases, and I got non-guilty most of them, so let's go and crack this case up, baby.
行くってどこへ
To the crime scene! Come on! Get your brain in the game. Get your brain in the game.
浅草警察署の死体安置所だ。身元確認を頼まれている。
The morgue? I don't want to see the body. Well, I guess we're students. We're not police here, but crime scene. Let's solve this mystery. You know?
一ついいか
何
Nani. Kawase's voice actually really sounds shaken up, and it's getting to me. It's getting to me. I'm also worried and I'm frantic.
お前は一体何の話をしているんだ
みなかみが死んだ話だ。
Oh my god. The song too. Minakami is sorry. He's not sorry. Oh my god, Minakami. Oh, cute. I said something brief to the shopkeeper, then rode the streetcar with Kawase. What the hell was that? I thought we were gonna get details, but I guess not. Okay. There seemed to be a lot of people wearing face masks. Visible germs scattered around with all the coughs and sneezes. Kawase, the germaphobe that he was, seemed to have decided to spend a nearly hour-long trip holding his breath and didn't move an inch the entire time. I just looked at the opposite direction with my mouth agape like a goldfish. We got off Shintokiwa Bridge and transferred to the Maromachi line and came to Asakusa's bridge. After walking for a while, we stood in front of Asakusa's police station, South Motomachi branch. That's when we finally spoke.
嫌だったら来なくていいんだよ。
Well, I'm already here. Kawase, you could told me like that on the freaking Omebachi though, you know?
何も恐れることはない
Well, I'm afraid. Cute! I look like a cat. Tamamori look like a cat. I mean, I do look like a cat. Look at me. Really?
あ
You can see what? We came all that way and not even check the morgue? I'm so done with this voice. I'm so done with this voice. I mean, I get it, you guys are shaken up, but I want to see, you know. When we go back to the cafe near Kanda Bridge, we ordered our usual coffees. Kawase sipped his, but mine was getting cold as I started with my spoon for the 100th time. What was I so sad about? Your friend just died, you stupid... I give up. I give up. I give up. I give up. Oh no! My baby. I bet I guess he got strangled. That was the cause of death, I believe, from the wound on his neck. But Minakami, what happened to your little bangs? Did it get cut? What is that? Oh god, my heart. I can't. Okay, there was no mistake. The corpse was Minakami's.
冷たかったね。
Oh, it's morgue.
死んでるとは思えなかった。
Sad too. Oh, Minakami. Why him? Shopkeeper can die. He just looked like he was sleeping, seemingly oblivious that he was bound for his grave.
みなかみは死んでいない
He passed away.
水難者は上がったというのだ みなかみは上がった。
Minakami drowned? He looked like he was strangled, though. I don't know. I'm not the detective here, you know? I'm not the detective here, but...
だがあいつには首を絞めた跡があった。
Yeah, see? See, Kawas is talking my language.
長い紐も見ただろう。水死じゃない。首吊りだよ。
My poor baby.
首吊り。誰がそんなこと。
Yeah, and why Minakami? I hope by the end of this freaking story, I know the killer is, so I can hang them too. Get them freaking off with their heads.
誰かって。警官も自殺ですって言ってただろう。
No. The music's not helping, wait. No, it's not. Come on.
自殺なんかするわけない。誰かがみなかみを考察して川へ投げたのだ。
I know, right? I really doubt Minakami killed himself. Like, why? We had a date.
君ってば本当に話を聞いていないな。水道橋に同志の紐が結んであったと言っただろう。
だからなんだというのだ。
Exactly.
橋から落ちた拍子に首の骨が折れて即死。その後紐が切れて川に落ち、流れで柳橋だ。
His neck broke as soon as he fell from the bridge and died instantly. Okay, so his body was carried by the water, I guess.
殺されたのだ。
I agree.
あのね、君。
Kawase was about to let out a annoyed sigh, but he suppressed it and seemed to finally give up.
でも、何千何万って物語を読んできて、人生最後に選んだ物語が狂える悪魔。ね。
Really? That's kind of sweet. My heart. Minakami.
魅力があるとは思えないんだけどな。
みなかみはなぜ停滞に行かなかったのだろう。
え？
なぜ私に嘘をついて昼の部の活動写真を一人で見に行ったのだろう。
玉森くんがわからないんじゃ、もう誰にもわからないよ。
That's true. I mean, yeah, he watched the movie before and then guess he got killed? Or he killed himself at least? I don't know. It's too morbid. I don't want to think about it. I like dark stories, but not when it's like a guy like Minagami. Or there was another possibility. Maybe he gone to seen it with someone else. The guy that he said he was meeting, you know, the acquaintance.
通り魔の仕業だ。 神保町に現れる怪人の話だ。
それは君の空想の話だろう。夜な夜な人をさらう怪人とか言う。
I know, right? Isn't that your story, babe? I don't know what to say. Honestly, I'm losing reactions because I really feel upset from Minakami's dying. I don't know.
だから現実に怪人はいるのだ。
Don't worry. Sure, I guess we go with this storyline, huh?
いろいろやばいよ、玉森くん。
いろいろやばいよ、玉森くん。What was it?
みんな傘を差して自分の足元しか見ていない。だから誰が誰を川に突き落とそうと見ていない。目撃者がいないのはそういうことだ。
誰も現場を見ていないのはそういうことかもね。
だろう。
But too bad this is like the 1920s. Is it the 9? I don't remember the year exactly. But too bad like this is like a really long time ago. So like there's not much science to help solve murder cases. But you know, it could be like they frame the evidence of the rope, maybe? I don't know.
でも自殺だよ。
Well, it was concluded to be a suicide. I'm agreeing with Tamamori here by saying that this is a murder case and not suicide. Suicide. Wasn't suicide the perfect suspected cause of death of culprit could hope for? How dare Kase accept that so readily?
お前、それでも友達か。
友達だからこそ自殺の理由を探してあげてるんじゃないか。
I mean, both of you guys are mourning and thinking in a different way. But again, because this is a game, I know it's a horror game, I'm guessing Tamamori's right in this case. Understanding that was Kawase's way of showing kindness, I lowered my raised fist. Kawase was the same as me. He couldn't understand any of it either. But the reality was that we were beginning to think of how we would mourn for Minakami in our own ways. If at all possible, I would have liked to feel the same as Kawase, but...
差し置くわけがない。
差し置く？誰が？何を？
誰が？何を？ I mean, true. I just think that he would at least show a sign about it. And then again, we never know. We never know. You know, about suicide cases like this, you can never guess, okay, when people want to end their life. They don't show it. It doesn't always show. You have to be really attentive. You know? Oh, this just reminds me of... You know what? I don't want to talk about it. I didn't even want to talk about it. Because it makes me upset. I feel upset.
あいつが私を
Minahagami had crammed the impressions of all books he had read into his notebook, but my name wasn't in there at all. Not even the character for Tama in Tamamori. The character for Mori wasn't in there either.
もしかして君さ、君は水上が死んだことより、水上が自分に何も残さなかったことに、ショックを受けてる？
ショックされてる? That is a very dick move, Tamamori. If you're thinking that, that's really bad. Not understanding what he meant, I fell silent. Kawasade suddenly laughed.
そりゃ二重にショックだよね。あいつ、あんなに君に惚れてたのにさ。
We're back at this conversation? This is not the time. This is not the time. Oh my god. These boys are stressing me out. I'm too young for this. I'm too young for this.
俺が死んでも、君はそんな風に悲しんでくれる？
Yeah. Because I will never be able to hear your voice again.
はあ？当たり前だろ。
どうして？
どうして？
友達だからに決まってるだろ。お前もMinakamiも。
They were my friends. Minakami, Kawase, and even Hanazawa wasn't here. We were childhood friends who had been together for as long as I could remember. I could even call them my best friends. I could probably call Kawase a bad friend, but Minakami and I were friends bonded by pure trust and friendship.
さっきから何が言いたいのだ。お前までおかしくなったのか？
Don't fight, guys.
おかしくなっちゃいないさ。ただ、自分があまりにも薄情な人間だと思って。
Aren't you also being shocked and sad?
その友達が死んだのに、涙の一つ流れやしない。
Well, Tamamori haven't either.
そんなめめしい真似できるわけない。
めめしいな。Okay, that's not the right time to say that.
あいつとの思い出の一つや二つも思い出せない。
それはさすがに薄情すぎる。
だったら友達って何なんだろうね。どうしてこんな俺を後始末に選んだんだろう。
Kawase's address and phone number were scribbled in the back of Minakami's notebooks. He hadn't even chosen me to handle his final affairs. I think for good reasons, Tamamori. The questions Kawase had asked himself sound more viciously sarcastic than usual to me.
じゃあな、店に戻る。
そう、明日の昼、水上を田舎に連れ帰ることになってる。君も俺と一緒に来なよ。水道橋で待ってるからさ。
Is Kawase gonna die next? If Kawase's gonna die, I'm quitting the game. I'm quitting the game.
いいかん。
どうして？ついでにおばあちゃんに元気な顔を見せておやるよ。
あんなど田舎二度と戻りたくない。
Tamamori, come on, for Minakami? You wanna do it for Minakami?
あ、そう。
ただいま戻りました。
はい。
Hi. I got to work as usual. It felt like the shopkeeper's voice was awfully close. His shadow clung to the shoji.
ご友人でしたか？
はい。上がっていたのはいつも本を借りに来ていた友人に間違いありませんでした。
そうですか。ご愁傷さんです。 さぞおつらかったでしょ
It was. It
店を
is.
閉めてすみません。
う。いえいえ、今日は休んでいてもいいんですよ。
もう店は閉められませんから。
I tried saying something sincere, but deep inside I just want to lie down and bury my face in my pillow until I could barely breathe.
天使も夜は気をつけてください。これは怪人の仕業なんです。
Okay.
怪人？
ええ、どうやらこの神保町に怪人が現れるようなんです。六尺もある大男で。
君は風の噂を信じているのかい？いえね。君はまだ物語の中にいるようだから。
Oh, the shopkeeper know me more than I thought. Stories.
現実は探偵物語じゃないのだよ。
Mm-hmm. I know.
現実の犯人は限られた中にしかいない。あるいは犯人などいない。
あなたに何がわかるんですか？
I mean, nobody's dealing with this shit. Like, people, you know what? Let him dream. Let him dream. Let him dream.
君が分子として成長する良い機会かもしれませんよ。
Wow, insensitive?
人が死んだのに成長？
成長？
あなたはご友人を失った。失った分は何かで補わなければいけません。
そんな合理的に言われても。
でも、君なら理解できるはずです。分かってほしいのは、私なりに君を励ましてるつもりだってことです。
I mean, I understand that, but I don't know. People in this story, I don't know. After Minakami's death, I just can't handle them. Before they're just funny and like, it's fun to make fun of them, but now I'm just feeling depressed. Losing Minakami was like losing a piece of myself. Look for that piece and hang on to it. It must have been what the shopkeeper was trying to say. The cold way he said it, though, disregarded my personal feelings and made me face a logical reality. But if I were the shopkeeper, I probably would have said the same thing. If I were to take in a broader sense, it was like he was saying I should be thankful I was still alive. I thought that was reasonable. But at that moment, those words didn't resonate with me at all, because although I understood I had lost Minakami, I didn't feel any sense of emptiness or loss. It must have been because of this terrible, uncomfortable feeling I had.
すみません。嘘をつきました。
はて、嘘とは一体何だろう。
全然辛くないんです。昨日まで会っていた知人が死んだのに全然悲しくないんです。
I think you are still in that shock moment, my bro. Like, yeah, it hasn't synced in yet. It hasn't synced in yet. I mean, mourning is always a hard thing, and I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. I shouldn't. I would never see that carefree face again. I would never see. Oh, God, I can't even read. I would never see that carefree face ever again. I would never hear that laid-back voice ever again. I did my best to understand that.
私は最低な人間なのかもしれません。
その自覚があるだけで、あなたは十分善人ですよ。
I guess.
ね。
Eh? I lay across the counter. I thought that if I put my face down, tears would flow. But behind my eyelids would surface clearly. Was Minakami's profile as he read a book? Ah, my heart! No, don't do this to me. I can't. I hate it. You're not gonna cry, but you're gonna make me cry, and I'm not into that. I don't want to cry today. I didn't feel like crying. You look so good though. Look at it. You look so good though. Oh, my heart. I wondered how much time had passed. The clock on the wall informed me it was 5. When I happened to lift my face, Professor was there.
玉森くん、こんばんは。
Not the right time, Professor. Not the right time. Okay, it's not the right time. I'm mourning.
こんばんは。
お迎えに上がりました。
迎え？
約束したじゃないですか。 今日は僕の家に来てくれるって。
I had promised something so annoying, hadn't I?
休養があるんです。また空いてる時でいいですか？
玉森くんも意外とお忙しいんですね。ごめんなさい。失礼なことを言ったなら謝ります。
Well, he didn't know what happened, but yeah. Look at Tamamori's face. He is not happy.
本を買うんですか？買わないんですか？
買います。
Professor said as he thrust his hand onto a shelf and pulled out some
こ
books.
れ全部買います。
Oh, he's really going strong on this freaking pursuit, huh? I could see there were at least 10 books. I counted 2, 4, 6, 8, but my finger cramped part way. So in the end, I stopped counting.
2円です。
高っ。レコードが買えちゃいますね。
買えないなら戻してください。
買います。
Wow, Professor really.
もうお店閉めちゃうんですか？
言ったでしょう。休養があるんです。
そうですか。一つご提案があるんですが、聞いてくださいますか？
And this guy's persistent. And before I would be loving it, but right now I'm just in depressive freaking mood. And we're going somewhere. Anyway, I looked at it. Professor was a strange man. I watched our earlier conversation play out through the window as I rode the swaying streetcar.
玉森くんの代わりに僕が店番しておきます。
What? You're trusting him? Sure.
いいんですか？
はい。明日はお休みなので時間はたっぷりとあるんです。
He's really, really loving that manuscripts, huh?
じゃあお願いします。6時になったら店を閉めて勝手に帰ってくださいね。
はい。
Hi! Seems really happy. I'm not happy though. Also, where all of this artwork on the last episode? I find it so hard to find a thumbnail, but you know. Eh.
お礼と言ってはなんですが、好きな本を好きなだけ読んでいてください。
そんなお礼だなんて。僕は君の力になりたいだけですよ。
This kid really likes me. Really likes me. And I kinda like it. This will make me laugh a little, but I thought he was just some weirdo, but he was actually pretty considerate weirdo.
それでは。
それでは。
玉森くん、うまく言えないんですが、元気出してくださいね。
He is scoring points again, and I don't know how I feel about it, you know, because if you're gonna die next one, I'm quitting. I was heading to the Oizumi residence where Madame lived to ask her to let me into Minakami's room, but even a stranger like Professor could see through my weakness. I probably wouldn't have the strength to ask Madame for anything in my current state. In that case, there was always Kawase's pull. I jumped off the streetcar and headed towards Ikade Manor, where Kawase lived. It was the home of a nobleman, so of course it was grand, Western-style residence. The neighbor house was about as far as the distance between the 2 streetcar stops. As walking there was a lot of work. I tried shaking the iron gate first before ringing the doorbell. It seems like I wouldn't be able to get in, so I rang the doorbell more than was necessary. When I did, sure enough, Kawase came out with an ogreish look on his face.
うるさいな。こんな日暮れになんの用だよ。
Urusaina. I love that! I love that.
寝てたら面倒なので叩き起こしてやったのだ。
復讐のつもりかい。
待て話を聞いてくれ。
で、
何
これから水上の下宿先に行ってあいつの荷物をまとめるのだ。
水上の遺品は明日の朝まとめるつもりだけど。
朝だと？遅すぎる。あのババアが水上の大事なものを捨ててしまうかもしれん。
そんなわけないでしょ。 行くなら一人で行って。
釣れないことを言うな。
な
俺は玉森くんと違って忙しいんだ。ほら、帰った。
あら、帰った。He's so fine, I swear. Kawase is a dick, but he's voice actor, and I don't know, some of I love it. He was annoyed about something. When I scrambled over the iron gate and landed on his side, he froze and his jaw dropped. He then turned his back to me and quickly headed back into the mansion. I immediately raced forward and somehow managed to catch up to him.
出てって。
Ooh, him in his casual wear? Kawase-kun. Not a good look on you, just saying.
頼む。
Tanomu! I love his little begging. I swept up the droplets from my umbrella and flung them at Kawase. He instantly backed away from me until he was against the wall.
来たな。玉森くん、いい加減にしろよ。
いい加減にしろよ。
お前はあのババアがどんな人間か知らないから安心できるのだ。
奥さんを嫌う理由もわかるけど、2年もタダで住まわせてもらっただけありがたいと思いなよ。
I know, right?
ありがたいものか。私の飯はいつもみなかみの半分で、味噌汁の具だって合ってないようなものだった。
贅沢すぎるよ君は。
ともかく、面倒事を嫌うあのババアがこうしている間にも、みなかみの所持品を捨ててしまうかもしれんのだ。頼む、来てくれ、カワセ。
Kawase! Oh, cute.
うわ、水気を飛ばすな。
なあ、頼む。
Tanomu!
うっとうしいやつだ。
Unreasonably stubborn, Kawase was becoming more and more angry. I thought his increasingly bad mood was due to the rain, but I suddenly noticed the dirty floor. A man's large footprints was plastered on its surface. They weren't Kawase's. He had a guest! It's not what you think it is.
誰か人を招いているな。
だから君は帰れって言ってるんだよ。
So who do you fight it? And for what? Oh. Also, a warning for those of you who don't know, this is rated. So, if you're kids, go home, close this video. You should be closing it since the suicide, but, you know, just in case.
窮地の私と客人どちらを優先するのだ。
A guest?
は？客人に決まってるでしょ。
Are you right? Then all I had to do was to make that guest leave. Kawase was a germaphobe, so he wouldn't be able to touch me. As long as I flicked water at him, he wouldn't come after me. I proceeded to do so, putting some distance between us, and showed myself to the parlor. With Kawase blocking my way, I had no trouble figuring it out where it was. Once his back was completely against the door, though, he glared at me as he trembled all over. He's so cute! Look at him!
いい加減にしないと。本気で怒るよ、玉森くん。
玉森くん。
下宿先に行くと一言言えばいいのだ。
だから明日の朝行くって言ってるでしょ。
明日の朝では遅い。
君ってやつは。
君ってやつ。Kawase would probably give in if we were keep repeating this exchange over and over again. Or so I thought, but neither his eyes nor his mouth relaxed.
どうせ水上の衣装でも探すつもりだろ。
そうではない。私が探したいのは。
I said before shutting my mouth. Perhaps realizing my true motives, the usual sneer came to Kawase's face.
俺を頼らないでくれる？自分のことは自分で。
川瀬、言ってやったらいいんじゃないか。
A deep, admonishing voice boomed from behind Kawase. I didn't recognize it, but whoever it was sounded awfully friendly with Kawase. I tilted my head confused. It was his lover! Yes! He hated anyone casually calling him Kawase. It's because it's his lover! Oh my god, yeah! It's not. But it does boost my mood up, you know, BL. Oh. What is this, like a freaking jam? I'm into it though. Hey. Most importantly, his current last name was Ikeda, though the person had to be an old friend from before then. Since Kawase didn't have any other friends I knew about, and it couldn't possibly be him.
川瀬
黙ってて。
川瀬俺の相手よりもそっちを優先してくれ。俺も水上の死について気になっていることがある。
Who? The guy? Hanazawa?
お前
Suddenly the door shook. Kawase desperately and stubbornly secured them with his hands behind his back.
おい
何にもない。何にもいないから。
Why? What? What's happening?
これでいないはないだろ
I know, right? Kawase finally turned his body around and pushed against the doors.
玉森君、早く帰ってくれ。
Why? Oh my god, I'm curious. What's in this drama? Guess I had no choice. I pulled out my umbrella again and turned it towards Kawase and flapped it open and closed. Taking a hit from the spray, Kawase let out a low groan and moved away from the doors. When I put my hands on the door in his place, he looked away with a face that seemed to say he didn't care anymore. Before I opened it myself, I knocked on the parlor door politely. His guest no longer seemed to be by the door, so I put my hand back on it.
う。失礼。
The soldier fell heavily onto his chair. His right hand was on a pipe. On the table was a military-issued sword. Ooh, hello, sir. Hello. I definitely recognize that stern face.
花沢
It is Hanazawa. But why was Kawase hiding it so hard? Like, why? So Minagami did meet Hanazawa. The dramatic ends.
久しぶりだな、玉森。
Neither his eyes nor his brows moved an inch, only his mouth moved to speak. His voice had changed, but it was unmistakably Hanazawa.
久しぶりって何年音信不通だと思ってるんだ。
5年になるか。
8年だよバカ。
8年だよ、バカ. His voice was so sweet.
バカって君ね。
Kawase still looked immensely pissed. He watched me walk around Hanazawa like I was a fly.
さあ、早く帰ってよ。
ちょっと待て川瀬。これは一体どういうことだ。
I know, right? I set my hand on Hanazawa's shoulder. As a man, I couldn't help but admire his well-built physique, which was even apparent even through his uniform. Oh, because he was so sexy.
川瀬から何も聞いていなかったか。
ん
Hmm?
はあ ?3 ヶ月前から川瀬に会ってた。
ああ。
Oh.
聞いてないぞ。むしろ花沢はどうしてるのかって話していたところだ。
I know, that was like
なんだお前。
2 days ago. Man, Kawase is really possessive, huh? Kawase made an eye contact with Hanazawa.
黙るなよ。
Dawaranayo.
これだから嫌なんだ。
What he didn't want, then this was all Kawase's ideas. If Kawase had told me he had seen Kanazawa, he wouldn't have to see me get so angry. Even more of a drift force forming between Kawase and I, but with a cough, Hanazawa built a bridge between us.
ともかく、お前らのことは川瀬からよく聞いている。
私は川瀬から何も聞いていないがな。
聞かれなかったからね。
How many times had Hanazawa been brought up in conversation over the past 3 months? Saying he didn't tell me because I had an ass. That made me want to rewind time and point out that it was a shitless lie.
花沢の前だと猫かぶりよって。
逆に考えられない。君にだけ鬼になるんだって。
お前ら本当に仲がいいな。
Do we?
それはありえない。
Cute. I couldn't help but be embarrassed by the cliche exchange. Kawase must have felt the same. He recrossed his legs with a short click of tongue. He was a truly bitter man.
そんなことより、花沢は今までどうしてたんだよ。
And with that, we completely forgot about Minagami. Poor Minagami. A somewhat surprised look came over Kawase's face, and he looked at Hanazawa. Had he really thought I wasn't going to ask? Hanazawa, on the other hand, opened his mouth without hesitation.
会津を出てから俺は東京の陸軍幼年学校に3年間身を置いていた。
What is this military song that Hanazawa has?
花沢が15歳で、私たちが12歳か。懐かしいな。幼年学校って厳しいんだろ？
厳しいと思ったことはないな。ただ、柔道、剣道、 毎日同じことの繰り返しだった。
That sounds tiring as frick. Then it was harsh, but Hanazawa didn't seem to have found it difficult at all. His face as he thought back on it didn't look a least bit glum. Just thinking about the day I took the Imperial University entrance exam would make my face explode with emotion. So he was clearly much more disciplined than I was.
幼年学校の卒業後は第16師団野砲兵第22連隊での隊付き勤務を経て陸軍士官学校へ入校した。
Wow, you really go around.
第16師団野砲兵第22連隊って。
君本当に分かってる？
I didn't understand it at all. I was sure a 16th division existed in every country, but since it was Hanazawa, he had a way of leaving an impression. I was thinking that when suddenly Hanazawa pulled a silver pocket watch from his breast pocket.
なんだこれ。
花沢は首席で卒業したんだ。それは恩師の銀時計だよ。
やろ
う。Oh!
は？何言ってるんだよ、花沢。こんなやつに。
Huh? God, was it jealous? I love it. I'll take that silver pocket watch. Thank you very much.
こんなやつとは失礼な。でも、大事なものには違いないだろ？
Hanazawa shut his mouth, so I also accepted without a word. Everybody just crushing on Tamamori. Except Kawase.
じゃあ、今は相当偉く。
いや、その後俺は歩兵少尉として野砲兵第一連隊好きについていたが、今は訳あって浅草の方に下宿している。
浅草？なんでまた？
家賃が安いからだってさ。
Kawase said indifferently.
陸軍幼年学校だって無理に入れてもらったんだ。給料を全額仕送りするのは当然だ。母と7人の姉を楽させるためにもな。
7 older sisters. Wow, what a big family you have, freaking Hanazawa.
さらに切り詰めたいならここで暮らせばいいのに。この池田邸は元家族の家だ。いくらでも部屋はある。
俺もそう言ったんだけどね。
いくらでもあるくせに私に貸してくれなかったかな。
君は部屋を汚すから嫌だ。
Kawase said in annoyance as he lit a cigarette.
インクはこぼすわ、抜け毛は拾わないわ。何をしてるかと思えば空想小説の執筆だ。
何が悪い？お前こそ地球を汚さない生き方をしているとは思えない。
He blew cigarette smoke at me. Honestly, this kind of exchange I also had with kind of my friend because my friend is a neat freak also. And I'm a mess.
貴様！
いいざまだよ。
いいざまだよ。
楽しそうで何よりだ。てっきり落ち込んでいるかと思ったが。
Well, I was really depressed, but then, Kawase BL thing gonna give me a boost. Well, you just dampened the mood again, Hanazawa. Thanks. I was suddenly dragged back to reality.
みなかみのことを川瀬から聞いたか？
ああ。残念だったな。
残念か。
こうして集まれたのはみなかみが呼び水になってくれたのかもしれない。
花沢もあいつが自殺だと思ってるのか？
だから君。
自殺だろ。聞く限りではな。
I fell silent at his somewhat forceful remark. Hanazawa had this indescribable power of persuasion since way back. Even Kawase glanced at me to see how I would react. Even though I felt like arguing with him, I didn't want to butt heads with Hanazawa. It's not like I was accepting it. That was why I couldn't feel such deep regret or pray for him so easily. But I hated being looked at with such cold eyes.
コーヒーでも入れてくるよ。
Thanks, babe. Kawase coughed, it seemed on purpose, and then left the room. Not that I was left alone with Hanazawa, an unusually awkward mood filled the room. When my eyes met his, I managed to give him a tired smile.
花沢、結構変わったな。
そうか。
旅順要塞の視線を超えてきたかのような面構えだ。
Is that a compliment?
なんて。にゃはは。
確かに俺は変わったかもしれない。
I wouldn't be able to agree if someone had asked me if I were acting like myself either. Even his confirmation was, well, like suspected.
なあ、花沢。この時計、やっぱりいらん。それも田舎に送ってやれば、母親も喜ぶんじゃないのか？
あんなに欲しがっていたのにか。
え？
I do?
子供の頃、俺の時計を見て言っただろ。
A story of the past. Gimme it! No way, it's my dad's. Gimme it.
あの頃のお
That's
前
it?
は
That's the story?
他人のものを欲しがってばかりだったな。
今は変わったのだ。
だから俺も変わった。やりたいからやる。黙って押し付けられてくれ。
Damatte. I love everyone who says damare here. Like, I don't know, it's just sexy.
うん。ありがとう。
It was like he had become more stern, but also softer. I put away the silver pocket watch, adding a little weight to my pocket.
結局、今はどうしてるんだ？
本郷の研究所に勤務している。
A research
研究所？
oh, sorry.
航空学校とか陸軍大学には進まなかったのか？
ああ、知人に誘われて陸軍科学研究所の第三課地学的事項研究室にいる。
God, his freaking places that he goes have such long names that I couldn't even bother to remember.
陸軍科学研究所の第三課地学的事項研究。
I know, right? So long.
よく覚えたな。
まるで私が書く空想小説のような舞台名だな。
俺もそう思う。
なあ、私もいつか見学しては。
ダメに決まってるでしょ。
Oh, jeez, you came such a right time, Kawase. Kawase quickly returned, annoyed. He placed the coffee on the table across his feet and shook them restlessly.
花沢に恥をかかせるなよ。
失礼な。私だって礼服くらい店主に借りればだな。ってあれ、私の分のコーヒーは？
Tsushima. It's funny. I love how you always say that word, how rude, in like a very, like in that tone, you know?
わかんないかな。長いして欲しくないんだよ。
むむ。
そう邪険にするな。
That's right. Stop making it so obvious that you don't want me here. Not even Hanazawa could comfort me anymore, so I quickly stood.
もういい。帰ってやろう。
A cup to his mouth, Kawase grinned. Surprisingly, when I rushed out of the room, he came to escort me to the front door.
お構いできなくてごめんね。
Oh, thanks.
最低なやつだな。
人聞き悪いな。
When he opened the door, I was greeted by the wind and rain. The twisting lightning was bright like a smile.
うわ、ひどい雨だね。くれぐれも風には気をつけて。
I don't know why, but his intonation seems like he was mocking me, and I... Thanks, babe.
楽しそうだな。
I know, right?
そりゃ楽しいさ。じゃあまた明日。水道橋でね。
Zuido. It sounds like he said like sweet oh.
私はいかん。
I trudged through the garden, looking back at Kawase only once. He put a hand to his sneering mouth.
おいカオセ、やらずの雨って知ってるか？
なんだって？
Nandate?
こう強い雨が降るときは友人を返すものではないということ。
じゃあその友人ってのは俺にとっての花沢かな。
Oh, Kawase just rub that on your face. Rub that. Like, yeah.
おやすみ玉森くん。
Yasumi Tamamori-kun. Kawase's walking voice is so cute. I love him. Honestly, it wasn't as though I couldn't understand why Kawase would keep reuniting with Hanazawa's a secret. I couldn't agree with it at all, but when it came down to it, I could understand why and accepted it. Kawase's story. That guy had worshipped Hanazawa since way back. For instance, one time we only had one pastry in the house. We wondered if we should split it into 4 pieces or just not have any. But Kawase had taken over and presented to Hanazawa. Times like this, it goes to Hanazawa, he said, as it was a matter of fact. Hanazawa ended up showing us how to divide it evenly, but Minakami and I were just dumbfounded. In short, I guess Kawase was a childish kind of guy who liked to suck up to older people. Anyway, Kawase seemed to be pretty familiar with what Hanazawa had been up to. Kawase had denying that the old friend Minakami had gone to see was Hanazawa, then just who was it? Or was someone lying? Drama, trials, tribulations. But before we go to the Oizumi residence and see what's up in Minakami's room, hopefully we can see, or we can see the Madame again. I do really like the Madame. But anyway, I didn't expect this would be depressing in the middle, but thankfully Kawase kind of cheered me up, so it looks like it's gonna get darker from now on, so buckle up, boys, girls, and non-binary pals, because we're on for a ride. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully next week I'll update on this again, but we'll see. We shall see. But anyway, again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. No matter what it is, what show it is, or what stream or video it is. Bye bye!